Mira and HarperAudio presents Navy Families by Debbie Macomber, performed by Kristin Kalbli. Navy Baby 1. On her knees on the bathroom floor, Hannah Raymond viewed parts of the toilet that were never meant to be seen at such short range. Her stomach rolled and heaved like a tiny canoe being swept down a raging river. The tile felt icy against her knees, yet beads of perspiration moistened her brow. Closing her eyes in an effort to hold back the waves of nausea, Hannah drew in several deep, even breaths. That seemed to help a little, but not enough. "Oh, God," she prayed silently, "please, oh, please don't let me be pregnant." No sooner had the words crossed her lips when she lost what little breakfast she'd managed to down that morning. Her monthly period was late, over 2 months late, but that could be attributed to the stress she'd been under these past several weeks. The stress and the grief. It had been nearly 4 months since Jerry's death. She ached to the bottom of her soul for him, and would, she was convinced, until the end of her life. She'd loved Jerry for 6 years, had planned her entire life around him. They were to have married soon after the first of the year. Now there would be no wedding, because there was no Jerry. Grief caught her once more in a stranglehold of pain, and she squeezed her eyes closed, battling the tears as well as the nausea. Adding to her torment was the knowledge that if she was pregnant, the child she carried wouldn't be Jerry's. The face of the sailor had imprinted itself onto her mind, bold as could be. He was tall, powerfully built, and strong-featured. With a sense of dismay, she pushed his image away, refusing to think about that July night or dwell on her folly. Once again her stomach heaved, and Hannah brushed the thick folds of shiny brown hair away from her face and leaned over the porcelain toilet. "Hannah?" Her father knocked politely against the bathroom door. "Honey, you'd best hurry or you'll be late for Sunday school." I'm not feeling very well this morning, Dad." Her words were immediately followed by another bout of vomiting. "It sounds like you've got the flu." Bless his heart for offering her an excuse. "Yes, I think I must." She prayed with everything in her being that this was some intestinal virus. If living a good life, following the golden rule, and being the best preacher's kid she knew how to be were ever to work on her behalf, the time was now. "Go back to bed, and if you feel up to it later, come over for the service. I'm preaching from the Epistle to the Romans this morning, and I'd like your opinion." "Sure, Dad." But from the way she was feeling now, she wouldn't be out of bed any time within the next week. "You'll be all right here by yourself?" Her father's voice echoed with concern. "I'll be fine. Don't worry." Once again she felt her stomach pitch. She gripped the sides of the toilet, and her head fell forward, the effort of holding it up too much for her. Her father hesitated. "You're sure?" "I'll be all right in a little bit," she managed in a reed-thin voice. "If you need me," George Raymond insisted, "just call the church." "Dad, please don't worry about me. I'll be much better soon, I'm sure of it." Her father's retreating footsteps echoed in the hallway, and Hannah sighed with relief. She didn't know what she was going to do if she was pregnant. Briefly, she toyed with the idea of disappearing until after the baby was born. Going into hiding was preferable to facing her father with the truth. George Raymond had dedicated his life to serving God and others, and having to confess what she'd done didn't bear contemplating. Hannah loved her father deeply, and the thought of disgracing him, the thought of hurting him, brought a pain so strong and so sharp that tears instantly pooled in her eyes. "Please, God," she prayed once more, "don't let me be pregnant." Slowly rising from the floor, she swayed and placed her hand against the wall as an attack of dizziness sent the room spinning. She staggered into her bedroom and fell on top of the mattress. Kicking off her shoes, she sat up long enough to reach for the afghan neatly folded at the foot of the bed. Spreading it over her shivering shoulders, she gratefully closed her eyes. Sleep came over her in swells.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?